right, I'm going to make a promise to you guys on this one. This is not that difficult when we break it down into steps. I spent at least a half hour.
Oh boy.
So when I told you about the timing, I was wrong on that. I spent about a half hour trying to figure out the best way to draw this so that you have the best result possible. And I think I came up with it. We'll find out in a few minutes. But I think that this is one you will be most proud to share with people.
These are some
and they'll be
bold
like,
claims.
I drew this. This is awesome. All right.
Nice.
So let's start it. And if you're joining us, please grab a pen, a pencil, a crayon, a marker, the back of an envelope, a Post-it note. It doesn't matter. Just let's just draw it together. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of starting at the middle of the paper and then working our way down, because we want to leave a lot of room at the top. Okay. Trust me on this.
Should this be vertical? Rich is asking.
If you have the option, make it be vertical, up and down. Okay, you'll have better results that way. But start at the middle of the paper, giving yourself a lot of room at the top, and we're going to do a kind of just a simple. I'm going to say an S curve, but it's the opposite. Like you're not drawing an S, but you'll see, just kind of a little simple curve like that. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to draw a straight line from the top of that curve, about like that. Okay. So far, so good. Now we're going to draw a little bump line down. We're going to use
bump line. Here we go.
A little bump line, just like that. Little curve.
Bump line.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then from that, we're going to draw another straight line down. Give it a little curve if you want to. Okay, now we're going to draw kind of I just don't know what to call these things. This is going to be a big squishy bump out. How about that?
Oh.
Big squishy bump out.
I love this so much.
All right, ready? So watch what we're doing. We're just going to take the bottom of this line. Whoops.
Big squishy bump out.
Just like that.
Oh, yeah, that was a big squishy bump out.
Right? I'm not lying to you.
I feel like I see a big squishy bump out in the mirror sometimes.
Yeah, you get a couple of big squishy bump outs as you get older. All right, now we're going to connect these lines with a kind of a curve. So watch this. We're just going to bring it down from here and kind of, this is probably the trickiest part, but it's actually not that hard. So just watch me. And again, your variance on this is what will give will give your drawing character and a unique slant to it. So just kind of curve it and connect them like that.
Oh boy. Okay. Right. Let's see what we can do there.
You're basically just connecting the two lines with a little curve. Okay, now we're going to draw, starting here, going down a little slightly curved line.
Kristen says, zucchini!
Doesn't it? Okay. And then from that line, we're going to do a little horizontal line there. And then just a little extra curve there.
All right.
And then connect it with a little curvy line there. And then we're gonna draw a flipper. You guys can probably figure out what's going on here. Just draw a little flipper like that.
Julie got it early.
There. Yeah, she did.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
All right, you guys, that was the hardest part. Let's put a little eye on this guy. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of want to put a couple little whiskers sticking out. And then we'll do two on the other side that are kind of coming out a little smaller. All right, now this is the fun part, okay? First, we're going to draw a circle, about like that. All right. And then we're going to draw a smaller circle on top of that. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to draw a little rectangle on top of that. And I'm already running out of room, but that's okay. All right, so on this bigger circle, we're going to draw another circle in the middle. And then we're going to draw a curved line like that. And another curved line like that. And another curved line like that. And another curved line like that.
A little beach ball.
And a little curved line like that. And you've got a little beach ball.
Aww.
Then, this one, we're going to draw a little dot here, and a little dot here, and a little dot here. 3 dots.
Bowling ball.
And then I'm going to draw, close, I'm going to draw some little dashes coming out of it. And we got a little coconut here.
Aww.
Okay. Then I'm gonna draw basically almost like a cartoon hand is kind of what it'll be. It'll just be watch me do this. It'll be like boop 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 boop, and we've got a little house plant.
You have to
there.
say the boops.
You've got to do the boops.
Boop 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 boop.
I'm gonna put a little line in there just to give it. It's kind of like a little planter.
Aww.
All right, and then to get the full effect, we're gonna draw a couple little dashes, little marks, to give it the feeling like this is just barely hanging on here. All right. And then it's up to you if you want to color it. You can do that.
I love you, Julie. I love that Julie said, no, I think mine's going to be a cake with frosting on the top.
Okay.
That
I love
it. That is exactly what we hope that someone watching Let's Draw will do. After 110 episodes, it is so enlightening to know that you can say, that looks like a cake to me. It's going to be a cake,
Yep.
I love
and if
it.
I said little house plant because I was kind of running out of room. If you wanted to make like a daisy or a sunflower.
Ooh, yeah. Like have something popping out
anything.
of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love the cake idea. Mm-hmm. It's totally awesome.
The reason I'm so impressed with you, Julie, is because that is not my natural inclination. Usually my drawings look exactly like Jason's. And when I say exactly, I mean the contents not as well-rounded and whatnot. Not perfect circles and whatnot. But yeah, with birthday candles, they're coming up with even more ideas.
Pretty
I
good.
love this. Ooh, I gotta start coloring.
Yes. So that's kind of the fun part too, is just coming up with whatever colors you want to use. But I'm very excited because in at least the next episode, I hope you'll all join us because we're gonna do
I'm so excited for that.
Show and tell, basically, right?
And that was a very interesting merging of a lot of different things, because we do that with our virtual clients, where a lot of times we are on Zoom and we do Let's Draw, and then people get to hold up their drawings. And for some people, that's the first time they're putting on their camera, which is really cool. And it gives them an opportunity and a reason to do that. And sometimes they don't even have to show their face. They could just hold up their drawing, right? It's like, oh, that's that person's drawing. So it's really kind of fun.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, I like your beach ball.
All right. So
I want to ask them to show us theirs right
I know.
now.
Well, the good news
Next
is
month.
you can still send it. And I know some people like to spend a little bit of time on theirs. I'm looking at you, Steven. I doubt he finishes his during the show, because his are usually
he's put a lot
detailed.
of time into it.
So you can still send us the stuff afterwards. You could maybe show us what you've got so far, is what might be the way to go.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to add a little shadow in here for my sea lion. I'm not sure.
Oh boy, there's a foot thing that There's a certain type of.
I'm not sure what we actually just got done drawing here, but
don't judge. Yeah, we'd have to Google it, because our kids know. Our kids know the difference between a sea lion and a seal. It's kind of like a toad and a frog. Who knows? I gotta Google it. I know there's a difference, and I know exactly the reasons they are different, but I don't know which attributes are associated with each one. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. I like this little house plant.
All right, just put a little white highlight on there just to final it off. But
this was a fun one. Yeah,
pretty cool, huh? Kind of fun to show off. Oh, I like how you gave yourself plenty of room at the top for that little flower, and you got to show people what you got there.
All right, let's see if I get the camera to play. There we go.
Pretty good.
Next month, you can show me yours, right like I did. So this is awesome.
Speaking of Steven Saki, he's always been a pretty regular contributor to Let's Draw, and we drew the Oreo being dunked in milk, but he used pumpkin juice. Went with the Harry Potter theme. It looks like I'm assuming that's a flying snitch. also that he added in there. We did not do a tutorial on the flying snitch,
No,
so that
but
was
he
extra.
just added it
Just
in.
extra.
A little extra credit.
And then Kara did this adorable little dude.
So cute.
I like the color
Little-
scheme there.
Yes.
And then
little hearts flying away.
our very own Jenna went meta with it. And when I first saw this, I'm like, why are you sending me an Oreo wrapper? But then I realized, oh, she drew her Oreo on an Oreo wrapper, which is, again,
And you know,
meta.
I'm not saying she did this, but it's a nice excuse to have to get some Oreos and maybe just make it happen.
I think she was unhappy with the first drawing and had to keep buying more sleeves of Oreos to get it just right. This is her fourth drawing, from what I understand.